Mr. Kevin Shepherd, hello.
That's me. Hello.
Tell us what you're doing in the Fringe then.
I'm here doing a show called Caronicle, which is the story of my life told via the medium of the cars that I've owned.
Caronicle. For a minute I thought that was some sort of medical condition.
No, it's not. Do you know what? I've got a lot of regrets about this show, and one of them was that I didn't call it autobiography, which makes a lot more sense, but the brochures are printed, the flyers are done. It's too late. I've got a show that sounds like an evasive operation.
So it's basically your life story through the medium of cars?
Yeah, I've had a lot of cars. I've owned 10 cars. My driving history and my personal history have been fairly checkered, so it should make for quite an interesting show. I think by the end of the show you'll know me a lot better than some of my friends, relatives, definitely my parents, and possibly my wife.
Excellent, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Fringe's 5th birthday, and have you got a birthday message for the Fringe?
I didn't, that's news to me. I should have probably bought a present. I could give you, I'll tell you what I could give you. I could give the Fringe a poster. One of only one. This is a limited edition poster just for you, the Fringe. You can have that. That's much better, isn't it? Well, Happy birthday.
We'll pass that to the...
How old is the Fringe?
5 years.
Oh, so school next year, that's lovely.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. And how's it getting on?
As far as I know, it's getting on absolutely fine. It's developing nicely.
Oh, good.
And it's got a future, which is terrific.
I'm quite looking forward to it. I've done the Edinburgh Fringe, but I'm originally from Bognor Regis, so this is the closest Fringe to my house. So I'm quite looking forward to it.
There's a joke in there somewhere, isn't there?
Yeah.
Closest Fringe to my house.
Closest. I'm just lazy. I'm actually lazy. That's why I'm doing a Fringe in Brighton.
And do you get down to Brighton very much?
I do. Do you know? Well, growing up in Bognor Regis, there's not a lot to do in Bognor Regis, so we used to come to Brighton all the time and lie about where we were originally from. I'd say Chichester a lot of the time, and we just hang out in Brighton. But it's great. It's a gret place to be.
So does Chichester have a bit more of a vibe than Bognor?
It's just embarrassing to say you come from Bognor Regis, isn't it? It's just horrible. People will snigger. It's the only place that I've ever lived that if I tell people where I'm from, they'll actually snigger before they go, "Oh, really?" And they'll shout Butlins at me. I mean,
is there a Butlins there?
Is there a Butlins? I love you. You're my new best friend. You don't know
I didn't realise.
If you didn't know there was a Butlins there, that's great. But yeah, it's all right. I should probably say it's all right. It's in West Sussex. The evil Sussex twin, as it were, because we're East Sussex now, aren't we? Definitely.
Something like that. They changed the boundaries. So, have you got a sort of something to say that will make people want to come and watch you? A website and things like that.
I've got a website. You can come to www.kevinshepherd.com. That's Shepherd spelt like the bloke with the sheep. Come and have a look there. It's really a blog page. I haven't paid an expensive web designer. I've gone to do it myself, which probably means that I'll have to eventually pay an expensive web designer to do it for me, because it just looks a bit average, shall we say.
Well, I think it looks very good, and there's plenty of web designers here in Brighton.
There are. Good. It's a lovely place. I love, and they're probably nice web designers as well. That's the difference I noticed between here and say Bognor or even London. Everyone just seems a lot friendlier.
Do you get web designers in Bognor?
Not really. They've not had the internet very long over there. I can't keep saying this. What if somebody comes from Bognor Regis? This is awful. Do come. I love you really, Bognor, honest.
Kevin Shepherd, thank you very much indeed.
No problem. Thank you very much.
Have you got any shows you want to plug, Kevin?
Yeah, I do want to plug a show specifically. Neil by Mouth is by a friend of mine, Neil Cole, who he plugged my show. Actually, he said that my show had the worst pun in the title. So thanks for that, Neil. I really appreciate it. But go and see his show, because despite being a nasty man, he's actually very funny. So go and see his show. No, he's not. They're shaking their heads, Neil. They're shaking their heads, and they know him as well. He is nice.
Honestly?
Yeah, he's funny. I like him. I do actually like him. Don't put that in.